Sandra is an amazing person, a beautiful woman living in Canada. She's the writer of an amazing book called 7 Keys to Unlock Your Dream Life. And I've had the honor of working with Sandra as one of the Master Your Path members in the past 3 months or so. And here we go, Sandra, I welcome you to this broadcast, to this live stream. So happy to have you and to see you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. So good to have you here. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Good. I'm so happy to see you and to talk to you. And I'm so grateful that you're here and that you are willing to share with everybody. It's so valuable, so precious. It means so much to me personally, and then to others that, feel that this can be the right path for them, but they need, to know that this is real, that this can really help them. And there's nothing like, this kind of evidence and sharing to connect with other people that have been there, that have gone through it, and hear what they have to say. So I'm so, so grateful for you to be here. And maybe we can start with you, if my introduction was not sufficient or complete, then please introduce yourself any way further than that, and share with us, what brought you to reach out, what brought you to connect with me, to join the program.
Yeah. So what brought me to connect out with Shimmerit is I faced 2019 a lot of trauma. I was the aftermath of the trauma. And so I suffered, then through COVID, I suffered, that just made it worse. And I suffered a tremendous amount of anxiety that I never felt before. And it would literally stop me in my tracks. And I didn't know what to do. And I was reaching out to friends and family. And then I knew that I had to do more. So I just was, there are no accidents in life. I feel that God put me and Shimmerit together. And I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw her ad, and I did the session with her, and I just speaking with her during that first session, I felt a sense of peace with that, knowing that this was the right way to go. And at the moment, I just joined the program, and I knew that in my heart of heart, I just felt this was the way to go. And during that program, during the 3 months, it was an amazing journey.
Thank you so much. And I also feel that God brought us together, and we connected so well from the very first moment, and it has been a delightful journey together. And maybe you can share, from anything about this process itself or the journey itself. What was most meaningful for you, most helpful? What have you found to be,
Okay, so I feel that what I was lacking was feeling alone in my life, right? With the tragedy and everything that happened. So it gave me a sense of belonging, especially the group chats that we had every other Saturday. Just the belonging and knowing that somebody cares, yourself, and all the tools that you gave me really, really helped me feel like calm the anxiety, just knowing that you were in my life and that you were going to be there for 3 months, guiding me and supporting me, also with the rest of the group members, and hearing their stories, feeling and understanding that we are all people, and we're all trying to deal with certain things that happen in our lives, and just knowing that we all have the same fears and anxieties, and we're sharing together, just made me feel peaceful and gave me hope, right, to continue to keep persevering and keep jumping on the group calls. The calls with you were fantastic, and just learning and understanding that these fears are not real, and we have to go deep within, and why are these happening, right? So the journey itself was great. That belonging and the teamwork made me feel great.
Absolutely, yes. And you mentioned the group calls, and it's such a gift, in the past I didn't have that to offer. It was only one-on-one, and since we started having the group calls, and by the way, from now on, so you guys watching, you guys who just joined, and you now heard Sandra saying every other week we are having weekly calls now, so it's every week a group session. So we are extending that as well, because this is such an amazing part of this whole journey. family that is formed, the connections that are made, the sessions themselves. Sometimes we are all with tears in our eyes and such open hearts, and I'm so excited and thankful to have this space, and to have had you in that space with us, Sandra. And do you remember any kind of, specific moment or process or pivot point or anything like that you feel that was, when things shifted for you, something changed?
I think using the tools, especially the grounding and the meditation and the breathing, and realizing that the thoughts aren't real and that they're just, because when you think about the past, it brings sadness. And when you think about the future, it brings anxiety. So I don't know. I think it's just continuously every day applying those tools, with a lot of prayer and a lot of hope, and just in the knowing that, that I'll get through it. I don't know if it was something as tangible as to say that it was one particular day or anything. I think it was a buildup of continuously doing the group calls, talking to you, uncovering, journaling, and all the tools. I think every day got a little bit better, right? And I do have still anxiety today, but it's very limited, and I learn how to work through it. And when I can't work through it, then I just keep persevering, and I know that this too shall pass, right? And that those thoughts aren't really real. It's just a manifestation of the fear.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And this is what I mean when you're touching on also on so many points that we've been discussing throughout this week, the fact that it's a practice, the fact that it's a skill. It's not a magic pill. It's not, so the change is rapid because you can really overcome such struggles quite quickly when you do the right thing and when you have the right support. And then having said that, it's not a magic pill. It's not overnight. It's a practice. It's a skill. It's something that you implement in your life, and it's knowing what to implement and how to sustain it. And then when because we have waves, right? Waves of emotion and of energy, that's natural. And then when we have such a wave of anxiety or a lower energy or anything like that, we know what to do. We know how to work with it, so we get up much, much more quickly. And that's really what this is about, right? Yeah. And I actually remember, I hope you don't mind that I share this, because I do remember a specific day when, I don't remember, it was one of our one-on-one calls or one of the group calls where you shared, guys, today I was just fine being on my own. I wasn't having any of those thoughts that I usually have about how I will fill up my time or anything like that, like the kinds of, right? So it was just like, wow, this is new. I haven't felt like this for a long time. And I do remember there was one day when you recognized that the whole day was like that. And it was.
Yeah, I do recall that now. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you can look at this moment in your life that you can, identify as a kind of a result or an outcome of this process? It can be something tangible, like something that you're doing, or it can be something more emotional, like a change in your emotional landscape or something like that.
I think it's just doing the 3-month program and getting through it and understanding just the awareness. I think it's the awareness of the knowledge and the tools that you gave, and applying them every day just brings you to that hope and brings you to a better place, right? So you have to apply the tools and you have to do them every day. And I think it's just the awareness. So you bring a lot of awareness to the anxiety, the sadness, the depression, or whatever it is that people are facing. Because without awareness, we have nothing, right? So the first step is becoming aware, and then the next step is the healing, right? So did I answer your question?
Yes, absolutely. The awareness that you feel, I think it absolutely answers the question. The awareness that you feel that you have now maybe if I understand you right. And I do want to mention as well, also for people who are watching, because you mentioned the 3 months program. So part of the reason some of the people that we've interviewed this week, like Lucinda and Stacy, have actually extended, and now we don't have any more 3 months program. We have 6 months program, because actually most of Master Your Path members, past members, have extended their program, because usually in the beginning you work on implementing these tools, overcoming the anxiety, learning how to work with it if it ever occurs again. And then, as we've been talking all week, this makes so much new possibilities to open up that we never even dreamed of. And then most of Master Your Path members in the past have chosen to extend their program because they wanted to take that step further. So now there are no more 3 months programs. It's only 6 months to begin with. And in the future, we will even extend it into a full year program. This is the plan for 2021. So now Master Your Path program is a 6 months program with weekly group session. And these are kind of changes that we've made in the recent month or two, even following what we see that works best. And yeah, for people who are, we have people who have been with us all week, and some of them have joined already, some of them are considering. And I want to ask you, Sandra, if you have anything to say or to share to those people who are, might be on the fence at the moment, feeling like, wow, I feel connected to Shimrit and to her team and to what they have to say, and I feel that this might be for me, but I'm not sure, that kind of stuff. If you have anything to share with those people that might worth sharing.
Yeah, I could just say that if you're having any doubt about joining the program for whatever it may be, I mean, I don't want to say I guarantee you, but I almost want to say I'll guarantee you will be a totally different person in 3 months, 6 months. It's the best investment that I have ever made. It had changed me from having major anxiety, not knowing what to do, to being like 80% better. And I only did 3 months, right? And so I took a break. I had other things that I needed to do. And yeah, no, I highly recommend it. If you have to take the leap of faith. And I remember when I was on the call with Shimra, she made me feel so, I think she gives her 100%. She goes over and above. She loves what she does. She's passionate about it. I can't even, I say go for it. Will not be, it's your life. It's if you're not good and if you have that anxiety and your mind's not well, you're not going to be able to go forward with anything in your life. So what is more important than your life itself? So that's all I can say. And you will be in good hands. Trust me.
Thank you so much, Sandra, and I can't agree more. I mean, I don't want to speak not what you said about myself. This I leave for others to say, right? But what you say about what can be more important, absolutely. Like, what can be more important than your life itself? Exactly. Like, I couldn't say it better. What can be more important than your inner well-being, your love for yourself, your love for life, your mind, your heart, your body? What can be more important than that? This is the base of everything else in your life. So I totally agree. And I have goosebumps when I heard you speak. And I thank you so much for your, for your being here, for sharing this, for saying all that, and for being in my life. I love you so much.
Yeah, I love you too.
And I'm so happy to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. And yes, I thank you from the bottom of my heart to be here, for being here, for sharing this. And yeah, thank you so much.
For sure. Anything. You've done so much for me, so thank you.
Thank you so much. And I will talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sandra.